Hello there. Yes, it's me. You know, from that one place. Anyway, I'm here to tell you about my adventures on TikTok. I know. You're probably thinking, isn't he a little old for that? And to that I say, maybe. But guess what? Life's too short not to try new things, even if those new things involve attempting viral dance moves in your living room. Look, I'm not going to pretend I understand all the hype around TikTok. It's like a foreign country where everyone speaks in dance crazes and lip syncs. But I'm also not afraid to admit that I kind of love it. It's ridiculous, it's entertaining, and it's a great way to feel young again, or at least pretend to. So buckle up, kids. I'm about to take you on a wild ride through the world of TikTok challenges, as seen through the eyes of someone who remembers when MTV actually played music videos. It all started innocently enough. I saw my niece doing one of those dance challenges, and I thought, hey, I can do that, famous last words, right? The first challenge I attempted was the Wednesday dance. You know, the one with Jenna Ortega doing that creepy, awesome dance? I watched the video, memorized the steps, or so I thought, and hit record. What followed can only be described as a slow-motion train wreck. My limbs moved with all the grace of a newborn giraffe learning to walk. I think I even pulled a hamstring. Let's just say that my attempt at being creepy and kooky ended up more creaky and kooky. Undeterred, I decided to try a different dance challenge, this time opting for something a little more upbeat, the Renegade. Surely I could handle this one, right? Wrong. This dance required more coordination and rhythm than I apparently possessed. I looked like a malfunctioning robot trying to break dance. My wife walked in halfway through, took one look at me, and burst out laughing. Honey, she said, stick to your day job. But hey, I figure there's no shame in trying, right? Even if my dance moves are more likely to cause laughter than envy, I still had fun. And isn't that what really matters? Don't answer that. Moving on from the physical exertion of dance challenges, I decided to try my hand, or rather my mouth, at lip syncing. How hard could it be, right? Just mouth the words and try to look cool. Well, dear reader, let me tell you, it's harder than it looks. My first attempt involved a dramatic monologue from a movie. I practiced in the mirror, trying to get the facial expressions just right. I even added a few dramatic pauses for effect. But when I watched the recording back, all I saw was a middle-aged man trying way too hard to be serious, while mouthing words that weren't his own. My wife walked in, watched for a few seconds, and then simply said, "You know, they have medication for this sort of thing." Not one to be easily defeated, I decided to try a comedic lip sync next. This time, I chose a silly song with funny voices. I figured if I couldn't be dramatic, I could at least be entertaining. But alas, it was not meant to be. My timing was off, my lip movements were exaggerated, and I ended up looking like a Muppet on too much caffeine. My teenage son walked in, saw me, and just shook his head. "Dad," he said, "please, just stop." It seems that lip syncing, like dancing, is not my forte. But hey, at least I provided my family with some much-needed entertainment. At my expense, of course. Next up on my TikTok journey, beauty filters. I'll admit I was curious. Could these filters really make me look younger, smoother, and more attractive? I had to find out. I tried one filter that promised to give me flawless skin and sparkling eyes. The result? I looked like I had been dipped in plastic. My skin was so smooth it looked airbrushed, and my eyes were so bright they were practically glowing. I looked less like a human and more like a character from a video game. Then, I tried a filter that claimed to give me a chiseled jawline and perfect bone structure. This filter was even worse than the first. My jawline was so sharp it could cut glass, and my cheekbones were so high they were practically touching my eyebrows. I looked like a caricature of myself. After trying a few more filters, I came to the conclusion that they were all equally ridiculous. Sure, they might be fun to play around with for a minute or two, but in the end, they just made me look like a fake version of myself. I decided to stick to my wrinkles and laugh lines. After all, they're a part of who I am, and they make for great stories. Beyond the dances, lip syncs, and filters, TikTok is a veritable buffet of bizarre and wonderful trends. I'm talking about everything from people making miniature food to dogs predicting the weather. It's a wild, wacky world out there, and I'm just trying to keep up. One trend that caught my eye involved people balancing brooms on their fingers. I watched in amazement as people balanced brooms on their chins, their elbows, even their noses. I tried it myself, of course, but my broom just clattered to the floor. It seems that brooms and I have a fundamental difference of opinion when it comes to the laws of gravity. Another trend I stumbled upon was the what I eat in a day videos. Now, I'm not one to shy away from food, but some of the things people were eating in these videos were downright bizarre. I saw one video where a woman ate an entire watermelon in one sitting. In another video, a man consumed a plate of crickets. I'll stick to my usual diet of pizza and ice cream, thank you very much. Despite the weirdness, I have to admit, I kind of love the randomness of TikTok trends. It's like a window into the collective consciousness of the internet, and it's always entertaining. So, what have I learned from my adventures in the world of TikTok? Well, for starters, I've learned that I'm not as young as I used to be. My body just can't handle the same level of physical exertion it once could. RIP, my left hamstring. I've also learned that I'm not exactly what you'd call tech-savvy. I still don't fully understand how to use all the filters and effects. But hey, that's what my kids are for, right? But most importantly, I've learned that it's okay to laugh at yourself. In fact, it's essential. Life's too short to take everything so seriously. So go ahead, try that ridiculous dance challenge. Make that silly lip sync video. Embrace your inner child and just have fun with it. Who knows, you might even go viral, but let's be honest, probably not. So, there you have it. My foray into the world of TikTok challenges. It's been a wild, hilarious, and often humbling experience. And while I may not be the next Charli D'Amelio, I've had a blast trying and failing to keep up with the kids. If you're ever feeling down, I highly recommend giving TikTok a try. It's a great way to escape reality for a little while and just have some fun. Just don't blame me if you pull a hamstring trying to do the renegade. And with that, I'm off to go watch more videos of cats doing funny things. Because let's be real, that's what the internet was made for.